Hey guys, welcome. This is Mark Crypto Boy in Oz. It is Wednesday, 7th of July, and the markets are slowly moving. Not a lot, but we're having movement. And if you look at let's go over to the, the trust the heat map, wherever it is. Here we are. Um, you've actually got coins that are breaking out. I think one of the better ones that we've had is KuCoin. KuCoin has gone up almost 100% in 2 days. 100%. I mean, at the minute, I can actually see it on here. Yeah, it's just, I mean, 100% is unbelievable. Put it in here, KuCoin. I don't have any KuCoin, which I'm gutted about. And I did get told about it, but I didn't follow through and I didn't buy any because I didn't have any fiat to buy any with. But if we look here for the last day, I mean, it was like $10. We'll go before that actually, because that's just yesterday. So at the beginning, basically 2 days ago, it was $7, and it actually went up to 14. So it did actually double in prices. Obviously, some people have been cashing out, taking some profit, so it has dropped again. But that is some massive movement. And even looking at Dot is only just waking up. Like Dot has been basically going sideways. It seems like forever. I mean, it's been going between $14 and $15 for like the last 3 weeks, whereas Link has kind of brought the $20 mark. Um, Ch- uh, Solana is up well over $30. So there hasn't, for some reason, Dot's been holding back. Luna's doing really well as well. Luna's like 15% up for the day. Um, Solana always seems to be, Solana just keeps going and going and going. I mean, it's $37. Like getting back up. It's getting back up to closer to its all-time highs. It's not there yet, but it's still heading in the right direction. It's going faster than the rest of the coins. But Solana always does. It always kind of leads the way on the recovery side of things. It just moves that little bit faster than everything else. And it's all because if you look at Bitcoin dominance, and as Bitcoin dominance is coming down, it's just causing alts to pump. So people are actually just getting the putting. I mean, there isn't a lot of volume, but people are just getting into alts, and that's what's causing the price to go. And I don't think it's sustainable. I don't think it's gonna obviously last for weeks. I think it's probably just gonna be for the rest of this week, and then probably have like a bit of a retracement where they'll come back down to like previous lows. But we'll see. And you look at Bitcoin. Like this is interesting because you've got this support level here, which it's been kind of following for the last, well, when did it start? From the 26th of June. Then it touched it again on 5th of July. Then again on the 6th and the 7th of July. And at the minute, it's like hitting resistance off this trend line over here. So it's kind of it wicked through it on the 4th of July. It's just about wicking through it now, but we're still on the candle. We've not finished on the 4 hour. So it's where do we see it actually going from here? I mean, if it goes through it, great, and then it can come back down, retest there, go up, or if you're looking at these previous highs here. I mean, if it can bounce off those previous highs, that's brilliant. So like around where are we now? 36. I mean, if it can get over 36 and stay above it, like if it go up and then back down, bounce off the 36 and then up, that's like a pretty bullish sign. Put a Actually put a line in here. So Right, so we can get above if we can get above that line, 36, so that's above the previous high. It's kind of you've got a previous high over here. It's it's a good level to be at. So if we can get above that and stay above it, then I think we could then start making our way back up to like 40, 41, 42,000, which is pretty much the next support level, which is 40, 42. Just zoom out a little bit. Yeah, so anywhere around this kind of area here. So they're probably the next breakout areas where Bitcoin's probably going to hit the next resistance. So I think if it breaks 36 and then it retests and it stays over 36, then the next support is going to be between 40, 41, 42, 41, 42,000. I don't think it'll get through that because there's just too much. There's too much. You've got this like this big drop happened here, so this is like the imbalance area. So you've got this support like resistance here. I think we're going to get. I think if it does get up to them points, then it's going to come back down. Where it'll come, I don't know. I mean, you followed it. If you actually follow this trend line and take it right up, then you've got a support here for it to bounce off. So let's just draw it on. So if it did get up to these areas, then it could make its way down. Then you've got this trend line, this support, send it back up again. So that's one scenario. Or the other scenario, it doesn't actually go up at all, or it could just end up reversing and like go above that line, but then break this trend line and then work its way down. Hopefully not. But then the key is to set some stop losses. Set some stop losses. The thing I'm like not too, which is a bit confusing for some people, is people that are trading and people that are investing. They're two totally different types of people. So if you've if you're trading, then you'll be wanting to set stop losses. So if this does happen, if this does play out, then you get stopped out. And then you can buy it back later at a lower price. But if you're holding, like if you're just a holder and you don't trade, do you just are you happy just to sit on the sideline and just keep it and just forget about it and ride it all the way down and then ride it all the way back up? Because when you zoom out, it doesn't really matter, does it? When you zoom out and you look at you might look back in 12 months' time, that blip where it went down and up, it's not really significant. But some people are like they're not traders, they're hodlers. But then you could still set stop losses with part of your portfolio, so you're not worrying about risking it all. But then if you set a stop loss for part of it, like I don't know, 10%, 20%. So if the worst case does happen and it does break, break this support and it goes below, if you get stopped out, set a stop loss for 20% on whatever coins you've got. It doesn't matter. I mean, this is just Bitcoin, but if Bitcoin drops, they all drop anyway. If you set a stop loss for like 20% and you get stopped out, and the price carries on going down, at least you've got a little bit of cash to then start buying up at the lower prices, which is always a nice feeling. And if you only do a percentage of your portfolio where you get stopped out, it doesn't feel as bad. You don't feel as sick because I know what it's like when you cash out and you're going to fiat. You're panicking about the reversal and then the price going back up, and then you've missed your chance. Whereas if you only do a 20% or 10%, um, not so much of a risk, and then you can, as I said, you can get some real good bargains by buying things cheaper than what they were. So, yeah, Yeah, we're getting to a critical point now just because these two trend lines are like converging and they're forming this wedge. And I'll be keen to see over the next 1 to 2 days just to see what happens if we break out and then we carry on going up, or we kind of carry on going sideways and just extend this and form a new like support and resistance maybe. But yeah, I think this area here, 36,000, getting above that previous high is critical. Because if we finish on a daily candle above that previous high, then I think that's very bullish, and we could be going up for the next couple of weeks. But again, I ain't a trader, guys. I'm just reading the charts as I see them, and I've been learning as I go. And because I'm interested, I'm pretty much remembering it all. So that's that. And one thing I just wanted to touch on as well, um, on your coin market cap, I've showed you my portfolio. One thing I've been kind of wishing on is why don't I do more than one portfolio? Like why only have one? I got an email today and they do two. So now I've created them both. So I've got my original portfolio, which is my 4 year plan, and then I've got my super portfolio, which is for my retirement, which is like 10 years, well, 11 years off. So I can't touch it. I can reinvest. I can move it about into different currencies, but I'm happy with what I've got. Um, in fact, I'll just share that with you. It has gone down in price. It was like 25, it was 25,000. Then we had the price correction. So here's what I've got. Here is what I've got. I've got 6,800 XRP. Well, 6,863. I've got 3,290 Matic. Got over 3.5K in USDC. 15 Kasama, 203 Polkadot, 1170 Cardano, 50 Link, 5 and a bit Solana, 1.7 Luna. And to be honest, these are just profits from trading. So I didn't have Solana, I didn't have Terra. So what I'm doing now is when I do a little bit of trading, any profits that I get, I'll either reinvest into the same coin just to increase my coins, or then I'll start putting it towards a new coin, so creating like a new asset in my portfolio, which hasn't cost anything. It's just me trading, and so far I've accumulated 5.45 Solana and 1.7 Luna, but it's all for free. So I'll trade, and then I'll buy back what I had. Sometimes the cash that I sold, I'll put the exact same amount of cash back into the same coin, but then I'll get more coins. Or sometimes I'll just put the exact same amount of coins back in, and the profit basically, then I'll put that into other coins. So just to grow, because the thing is, there's so much that I want, but I don't want to spread too thin on my portfolio. Like I want more Cardano. I want more Chainlink. I definitely want more Solana, and I definitely want more Luna. But when you've only got like a set amount of money, what do you do? And I did buy Kusama, and on average it was 300. See, this average buy price isn't correct because I've just basically inputted it all in now as if I bought it today, but I haven't bought it today. I've had it like for 2 months or so. But Kusama, I bought it at over $300 because remember it was 600, and I bought it at 300 thinking that were cheap, and then it dropped, and I think it went down to 180 or something like that. So, but this is just a representation of exactly what I've got. But the average buy price is completely skewed because, I know I'm still out of pocket because I've invested about $26,000, 25 and a half thereabouts. But then my super's been going in every week as well for the last couple of months. So probably about 25,750. So it is down like I don't know 18, 17, 18% thereabouts. But then we did have a big price drop, so I'm not too fussed about that. But now you know everything. You know my full portfolio, everything, the whole shebang, if you will. Because it ain't a secret. I mean, people don't like sharing the portfolio, but I don't know why anyone cares really. I mean, this is my super, so I'm paying tax on it. This is my 4 year plan. Um, I'll be paying tax on that. So there it is, and hopefully it'll bring life changing wealth with a bit of luck. So these are, in fact, I'll just go back to my 4 year plan. When I say 4 year plan, I'm just mean to the next halving. So I've really diversified. My portfolio has changed. I brought in an extra $1,000 last week. Put that into Giro. I've actually just moved some stuff about, and I've now got over 15,000 Giro, 111 Polkadot, 2,100 XRP, Okama, Terra, Define, Paid, Kickpad, Polygon, Polkastar, Harmony, Refinable, and Ethereum. I mean, Christ, the Refinable, it's down $700. But I didn't want to take it out because it's not worth anything. It's easy to just leave it in. But take out $100 for when it was 700, it isn't worth touching. So I'm just going to completely forget about that. Kickpad's on its way back up again. That's approaching 2 cents. It was down to like 1.7 cents. I think that's a really good buy, to be honest. Just a couple of stories I just wanted to look at as well. So this one's really bullish for crypto. Crypto.com becomes UFC's official global fight partner. So, I mean, UFC is massive. It's broadcast all around the world. The, there's probably billions. I mean, there'll be hundreds and hundreds of millions of people watching UFC all around the world, and it's being sponsored by Crypto.com. Signed a deal. It's becoming its global official fight kit partner. And the goal which is obvious, is to bring crypto to the mainstream. So Crypto.com has struck a deal with the Ultimate Fighting Championship, the world's leading mixed martial arts organization, becoming its first ever global official fight kit partner. Apparel manufacturer Venom is also UFC's existing partner and also has its logo on the fighters' kits. When asked about Crypto.com's partnership is different, UFC spokesperson Chris Belletti told The Block that Venom is UFC's official outfitting and apparel partner, meaning Venom designs the fight kits for athletes to wear in competition as well as the fan apparel available for purchase. So Crypto.com says it will have significant visibility given UFC's global fan base of more than 625 million people, over 150 million social media followers. Crypto.com will also receive the designation of UFC's first ever official cryptocurrency platform partner, creating a new sponsorship category for the UFC. So yeah, it's pretty bullish. Crypto.com said it is a long-term partnership with the UFC, but declined to comment on specific terms. Typically, such deals are for 5 to 10 years. The UFC's last partnership was with Reebok for 7 years. But either way, however long it's for, the fact that 625 million people will now be shown crypto.com is pretty bullish. And I don't know, what do you guys think? And anything like this is just amazing publicity. And I mean, it's only going to get bigger as well. I mean, UFC is massive and it's growing year on year. The amount of fan base it's got. I mean, I like watching UFC. So anyone that's watching it is going to be seeing crypto.com. So I mean, the website alone is self-explanatory. It's not even like I'm like if it was Coinbase, for instance, to someone that's not into crypto, they probably wouldn't even click or register to them. But crypto.com, don't need to think about it here. It's blatant. That's a pretty awesome story. And then there's another one here, and this is fintechs are hungry for DeFi yields, says Compound's Robert Leshner. And I don't know if I talked about this before on a previous channel, but basically Compound are doing APIs with like things like hedge funds. What happened there? So they got to allow like institutions or hedge funds to kind of integrate integrate within the software to do yield farming. Um, into where's the actual ad? So just read this. It's no secret that investors find themselves in a low yield environment, and that backdrop is focusing investors to explore DeFi. That's part of the logic behind the recent announcement. Behind the recently announced Compound Treasury, a new company that allows investors and firms to access the yields on Compound without engaging directly with the blockchain. So, well, this is a actual paid ad, so I'm not going to read it. But yeah, so institutions can basically access yield farming without like committing and engaging directly with the blockchain. So that's pretty good. It'd be good if it actually started doing it with um, like an API that integrates with different exchanges as well. Because I know I have my um, super portfolio with an Australian exchange called SwiftX. So because it's a super, I can't actually withdraw the funds. They have to stay on the exchange. So I've actually emailed SwiftX support, telling them to look into Compound and see if they can integrate the API into into the exchange itself. Because that'd be awesome. Then if you could yield farm or stake, like that'd be so good just to get a return on your investment. Not only on obviously just by holding it and gaining money on the value of the projects going up, but also interest on staking them as well. So that's something that I'm going to be looking into. Anyway, I'll not keep any more of your time. I said I've got 19 subscribers, so to every single one of you that actually subscribes and watches my content, thanks very much. If you like what you see and what you hear, smash the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please hit that subscribe button because it's so important because it lets YouTube know that you found like a channel after a search for crypto or whatever you've been searching for. Like it might be a specific coin. Like I've had a lot of interest for the Giro wallet, but regardless, it lets YouTube know that you've searched something, you've found something, you've watched it, you've liked it. So then it'll put it in front of more people. I'll not keep any more of your time. I say thanks for watching. And yeah, there's a crypto boy in everyone. You guys especially. Till next time.